Hello again, RoyZesch.REALTOR here with Coldwell Banker Legacy in San Angelo. Today I'm going to continue my series on healthy living, talk about baby step 3. Just a reminder, I'm not a medical doctor, this isn't medical advice. I'm not a certified nutritionist, and it's my opinion, not Coldwell Banker Legacy. So, baby step 3 could have easily been baby step 1. It's one your mother probably told you. Eat your veggies. Vegetables provide lots of nutrients, but more importantly, they're one of the few foods that you just almost can't overdo. I mean, I really can't imagine how you could overdo vegetables. The bulk of them is just too much to really be able to overdo them. So you get a wide variety of nutrients and minerals and different things from vegetables, and so they're very important. And what you want to try to do as much as you can is get a wide variety, because you get different nutrients, different minerals from different vegetables. So a wide variety, and try to look for colors. I mean, colors in vegetables tend to indicate the nutrition levels. There's some exceptions to that. Cauliflower is very nutritious and it's white. So, but generally, if you look at spinach versus romaine lettuce versus iceberg lettuce, the spinach is going to have more nutrients in it just because it's a darker color. So peppers, any vegetables that are really colorful tend to be very good. But again, you're looking for variety. You're not looking for just one really colorful vegetable, because it's going to get the variety that you need. You get lots of fiber from them. You get lots of other things that just keeps your body working very well. Now, a lot of times you hear fruits and vegetables put together in the same category. I separate them because vegetables you cannot overdo, or almost can't overdo. Again, I can't imagine it. With fruits, you can't overdo them. Our fruits, particularly today, are so hybridized to have a very high sugar levels. So if you're eating a lot of fruit, that can make things more difficult, because again, in my view, the sugar is probably the single biggest negative that you can have in your diet. So as much as you can cut sugar out of your diet, that helps. Now, fruits do have nutrients and minerals and vitamins and stuff that aren't in vegetables in large numbers. So a small amount of fruit is good. A piece or two of fruit a day is not a big deal. The apple a day keeps the doctor away. There's some truth in those things. So it's something to think about is separating fruit and vegetables. Vegetables as a category, eat them, a wide variety of them, prepared different ways. Eat some raw, eat some steamed, eat some boiled, eat some grilled, eat some fried, eat some all different ways, because there's different advantages to each method of preparation for them. Some ways preserve the nutrients better, but some ways helps them break down to help your body start the digestion process. So there's some things like that to think about. Then one thing to talk about when you get into vegetables is organic. Now, understand from the beginning that organic is a certification, okay? It involves some of the things you think of as organic, but probably not all of them. So, and it's a certification that you have to pay to get. So there can be vegetables produced just as good as organic, homegrown in particular, that don't have that certification, or that you buy at a farmer's market, for example. They don't have the certification, but they may be grown just as healthfully, or even more healthfully grown than the true organic ones. So, but here's the thing, organic vegetables is where you can really start to get some serious price increases. They're a lot more readily available than they were a few years ago. But if you're just, if you're kind of on the fence about it, one of the things to think about is, okay, what part of this vegetable do I eat? And I'm talking about it with fruit because it's a little easier to see, but because there tend to be pesticides and herbicides sprayed on most all the vegetables, you want to think about, does the part you eat catch the herbicides and insecticides? So there's the different way to think about it is an apple and an orange. In an apple, you eat the outside, where the herbicides and insecticides would land if they're sprayed on a crop. So apples, it's more important to eat organic than it would be, for an example, an orange that has a peel on it that you're going to take off. So use that to start thinking about. There's certain vegetables you want to do organic. Greens particularly are one of the things like that. You want to really maybe consider it in that area, where other vegetables it's not as big an issue. So that's something to think about. A potato that's grown under the ground is different than spinach or lettuce or whatever that's on top of the ground. So organics worth looking into. There are probably some nutritional advantages. There's been various studies and arguments about how good they are and whatnot. Seems likely that there are, just because of the methods used, and there's going to be less junk put on them. So that's one of the things that's worth it. With insecticides and herbicides, we've been told how safe they were over the years, and they've revolutionized for agriculture because of how well they do work. But now there's more and more research, and most of it's not real definitive to say how bad they really are. Particularly Roundup residue is one of the things they're starting to find in more and more things. And we don't know the long-term effects of Roundup in our bodies. And the manufacturers tend to hide any information they get that could be possibly negative to their product. So again, I don't know that you can give a definitive answer, but honestly, if you can eat food that wasn't sprayed with those kind of things, I think you're better off eating food than food that was. Again, if it's stuff you can grow yourself and you have room to grow, and sometimes it doesn't take a lot of room to grow a little bit, so think outside the box, but that's always a better, plus they just taste better. Tomatoes, for example, we grow tomatoes every year. I won't eat a store-bought tomato, just almost won't do it. But a tomato out of the garden, I can just sit there and eat, just one after another, eat 2 or 3 tomatoes a day when they're in season. So, and then the seasonality, that which affects the price with produce. So if something's in season, the price is a lot lower because it didn't come from as far. So in today's world, you can get produce from all over the world that's in season 12 months of the year because it's grown different places. But the price goes up when it's in season farther away from you. So the stuff that's in season in our area is always going to be, and a lot of times it's more flavorful and more nutritious and less expensive because it's grown in this area. There's not all the other cost put into getting it here. So anyway, your mother told you, eat your veggies. Again, they're the one type of food that you almost can't overdo. So any more questions, give me a call, 325-268-0775. RoyZesch.REALTOR. Thanks.